Tara here from the Paper Whisperer. Still haven't got on that squeaky chair. I don't know what that is and why that's sitting there, but mat needs to be clean. But we're not going to talk about that either. But today we're going to talk about, we are going to make, I'm just going to slide that out of the way a little bit. We are going to make a folio using book pages. Sorry about the breathing. I just opened up my window because here in northern New York, even though it's fall, it's going to be 77 degrees today. Get out of it. Get out of town. And it's October 22nd at the filming of this video. Yeah. We're going to make a folio using book pages. I am using dictionary pages. I went ahead and did 1/2 of this. So you do not have to see me put paper on this half of this. But what we're going to do is we're going to put these together like this. And then they'll fold in like this will fold in on this, and we're going to do some fancy stuff to it. But I'm going to show you how to prep this page to put it into this page, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, here we go. I'm just going to slide these off over here. You might hear some wind. Hopefully it's not too bad with the window open. But even though these pages are together, you don't really have to reinforce them. I'm going to show you how to reinforce them so that if your pages aren't together, you know what to do. I use wide washi tape. This washi tape I got off of Amazon. So you can use anything. Use your least favorite washi tape, actually. Don't use your good stuff because you're not going to see it. On the other one, I made the mistake of doing, we don't want that. I made the mistake of going completely around, and I don't want to make that same mistake here, so I'm going to cut it off. I would use my washi cutter, but not everybody knows what a washi cutter is. Not everybody has a washi cutter. So we're just going to do it what junk journalers have, because actually before I became a junk journaler, I was a planner. So a lot of the stuff I had before I was a junk journaler. So like I knew what washi tape was and things like that before, you know. I'm actually thinking of, see how I didn't lay that straight? And it's not going to come up. So we're just going to leave it there because this is pretty much just here for, you know, intents and purposes. And of course, this is going to be Christmas because I'm going to be putting this into my Christmas journal. I'm using thin book paper book page paper because I'm putting more paper on top of it. I don't want it thick and bulky because I like to take these after I make them and put them into the signatures of my journals. You don't have to. They can be a standalone. They can be folios or whatever. I actually first learned how to make these. These are not my idea. I did them as a swap in the group that I am an admin of about a year ago. There was a swap, and these were one of the swaps. I have to remember now when I open this up which pages I have to put paper on, because one of the pages doesn't get covered. Okay, so this one has to be covered and this one has to be covered. I did a swap, and that's how I learned how to make these. And I just figured I would make them here on my channel and bring you guys along so that you guys could see the process of how I make something. Because I shouldn't have done that. I take the basic concept of something, like when I see a video, I use the basic idea, but I don't make it exactly the way that I see something. I add extra things that I like. Like, I might make this like this, but when I'm done, there might be an envelope in it. There might be a side belly band. There could be anything. I literally could add anything to it when I'm done. That's what I like about doing things like this, because you can take an idea, but then you can make it your own when you're done. Oh, that's some pretty paper. I believe this paper that I'm using is from Vintage 717. It's from the same collection that I used the other day in the journal, the start to finish journal that we're doing, which I need to get on that so that we can finish that. I put the signature into it, but we haven't made any ephemera to go into it, so yeah, we gotta kind of do that. Now we gotta do this back page, but when we do this back page, I got to fold this in because, yeah, I lost all the pieces that I made to go into it. I threw them up over here. Do I want this one to go on here? I hope I'm in frame. Or do I want this one? I think I want this bigger one. So I have to make sure that when I do this fold over piece, that I make it wide enough for that to cover that. And these we made back, a few videos ago when we made snippet rolls. This was a piece of one of the snippet rolls. I just finished them off this morning before the video so that they were completed. So this will go like this on here, and this will fold over like this, and we just have to cover this piece here. I just want to make sure that everything is covered when we glue down, because when this opens up, okay, we just have this piece to cover. That will go there. And then I'm going to use this side of this. All these pieces go together, so it's not like we have to. I actually like this green piece better. So we're going to use this green piece instead of this. We're going to put this green piece here, right here like that, to cover that. I'm using my art glitter glue, as always. I only use my Fabri-Tac when it's, oops, I don't want art glitter glue there because we won't be able to get it open. I only use my Fabri-Tac when I have to glue down something so it really sticks. And of course you're not coming out. Why not? We're probably boogered up. Probably. Because I haven't crafted in a few days, so. And my art glitter glue probably has to be filled too because we are low. See, now we're getting glue. That's what we want, is we want glue so we can glue stuff down. And you know what? That really bugs me, so we're going to take that off. I was going to cut it off, but we just took it off like that. And then we just take this piece here and we lay it down on here like this. I know you guys, I try to cover stuff with paper as much as I can, but I also want you to see the process so that you know how to do it too, because if I cover everything, then you won't know the process of how to do it, because some of you might be new and you might want to see how it's done. And I'm sorry if I'm talking way too fast. My husband brought me a coffee right before I started filming this morning. Yeah, probably wasn't a good idea for me to have coffee right before I started filming, but I have to have my coffees in the morning. And then you take this piece here and you fold it down like this. Make sure it's even, not crooked, because it won't work very well if it's crooked. Like that. But before I glue that piece, I bring this up and I find me a piece. I'm going to stick the, I'm probably going to go this way so that it'll fit right. Find me a piece that will go there to match up with that. I don't know if I want that piece though, that particular piece, because that's a lot of red. Because when we put it to this, on here like this, and we have that other red, that's a lot of red. And I can't do all that red. No ma'am. No sir. But I do have more green, so we can break it up with some green. That we can do. So we'll put that over there, and we'll do this. We can glue this down here like this. I wanted it to tuck up underneath here a little bit, so nothing showed. So that's what I'm going to try to do. If I can. What if I went at an angle? That would work. If I went at an angle. There we go. Just like that. And you can bring it up to that. Let me grab my pencil. Right here. Just so that I knew which line I have to cut at. To stick it in there. I might have to trim a little more off. Okay, I know we had this in here at an angle. How did we do it? How did we do this? How did we do this? This piece went here, I bet you. No, it did not. How did we do this? Did I cut this the wrong way? We did. I sure did. So, when I'm out, for the love of Pete. See, I cut this off. So this piece, if it was a little bit bigger, it could go right there, but it's not. See, because we have that piece right there. So that piece can't go there. For the love of Pete. Can we flip it over? And here I am talking about wasting people's time and doing it at wasting people's time at their finest. But guess what? You get to see me make a mistake. And I can't draw a straight line for the life of me. Does that count? Hopefully I can do this. Hopefully I can do this. I really don't want to have to pull out the big cutting board and all of that. Yeah. I'm going to have to pull out the big cutting board because obviously I can't do this with a lick of my brain today. This is how we're doing it. This is it. Don't try no cheats like I'm trying to try cheats because it's not, I can't do it. You might be able to, but I can't. No cheats will work for me. No cheats. Just stick the paper down and call it a day. That's what I'm going to do. I wanted to stick it up underneath there a little bit But obviously I can't do that because there's a point there. So I'm just going to glue it down and cut it off. Let's fold this over like this. Yes, that's how we're going to do this, because obviously I can't do it the way that I wanted to do it. So this is how we're going to do it, because I am quite frustrated at the moment. So this is how I'm going to do it. Sorry about trying to do it the other way and wasting your time. Yep, I'm the worst at YouTube. But if you like to see me fail, you know where the subscribe button is. If you like this idea and you want to try it, or if you like to see more of my ideas, you also know where the subscribe button is. I would really like you to become a part of my YouTube family, so that we can go on this endeavor together. Again, I have to hold on just a second. If I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. I have to just square this up a little bit so that when I fold it down, it'll fold down. And of course, I didn't get enough glue because I pulled it up. You know how they say that art glitter glue you can't reposition art glitter glue? I think they fibbed to us, because I've pulled art glitter glue up I don't know how many times and just, you know, restuck it down. I've done that a lot. Sometimes you can pull it up, sometimes you can't, yes, but if you do it quickly enough, you can pull it up. Well, I have anyways. I don't know about anybody else, but I have. There's a little tiny corner of that, and at this point, I am so frustrated with this, I'm just going to put some ink on it. Am I going to try anything fancy? Nope. I'm going to put glue on here, glue it down, and cut it off. I'm going to round that corner. That's why I'm not gluing it down, because you know I like my corners rounded. We're going to push that over as far as we can. Maybe them words will come off when I round that corner. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know what that was. That was just outside, but I do have a funny story to tell you, though. I was just outside before I came to film, and there was a chipmunk outside, and I was pleading with the chipmunk to run away because I didn't want the cats to find the chipmunk, because you know what happens when the cats find the chipmunk. And the chipmunk was just looking at me like I was a loon because I was talking to the chipmunk. And then when the chipmunk went to run away, that won't work. The cat saw the chipmunk, and the cat tried to go after the chipmunk. And the chipmunk just looks at me like, lady, why were you telling me to run? And I wanted to tell the chipmunk for that reason, but the chipmunk just looked at me, runned away, went and hid under the bush. Like, that's not gonna protect you, hiding under the bush. The cat's gonna find you under the bush. But he got away. My husband brought the cat inside so that the chipmunk could run to safety. It was funny though, because he's standing at the porch and he's looking at me like, what do I do? You told me to run. Where do I run? Away. The kitty's gonna get you. The kitty is going to get you. And then we take this Oh, that's not the one we picked. This is the one we picked over here, Tara. I'm so discombobulated now because that didn't work, and I feel like I wasted your time because it didn't work. Yes, I'm putting this was packing tape, and I'm activating the glue by putting glue on it. But then we put this little belly band here. Isn't that so precious? That's so precious. And then I know for the life of me, I don't know where I put them. Right here. I made a tag for here, a tag for there. And then you can put a journaling card there, which I did not make. Do I have any journaling cards in here? Let me see what I have in here. No, I don't have any journaling cards in here. But we can take, like, I took them out of something else. You know, take these and put these in here, like this. Remember the envelopes I made in another video? You can take one of those envelopes and put it here, you know, and put stuff in it. That envelope's a little bit too big, but we can use one of these envelopes, like right here. You can put stuff in that. I think I might do that. But I'm going to let me see if I can pull this in to make this a pocket. I want that to be a pocket though. So I'm going to fold this in, make this a pocket. Like this. Put this on here like that. And then I'll have a double pocket, because once that dries, I can put stuff behind. Where's my bone folder? I lost my bone folder, but over here it is. There's a pocket right here, and then you have a pocket right there. So you can do this. And then you have this one over here, like this. Let's put this like this. I'll make other things to put in here, but you have that one there, that one there. What else can I can rub that from there, put that in there. Like this. I'm actually thinking about just putting that right on the front. Close this into here, put this here like that, and that can go on the front. That one can go on the front, or this one can go on the front. Which one do we like better on the front? I like the black present one, so that one can go on the front. Yes, I have to put more stuff in it, but that can go on the front. So we're going to lay this flat like this so we can glue it down. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. The piece that I'm putting on the front was made in a previous video. Do we want any glitter or anything? Or not glitter, ribbon? No. We're going to glue this like this on here. And then you just load your pockets up. And then you can put it in. It's just a mini folio type thing. You can do it as a standalone. You can put it in a signature. When you put it in a signature, you would sew it right here. So this half would be on one side and the other half would be on the other side. But that would be a book page signature. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please make sure you like and subscribe. And have a fantastic day. Bye.